Well, hello there, my young readers, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome. You're not going to believe this, but I got a call last week from, you'll never believe it, but it's the Berenstain Bears. They called me to tell me they wanted to do it again. So I told them, sure, why not? So this story is brought to you by the Berenstain Bears. So guys, get your snacks, get your drinks, pause, run to the bathroom, come on back, sit back, relax, and stay tuned. The name of this story is called The Berenstain Bears and the Trouble with Things by Jan and Mike Berenstain. Like most cubs their age, brother and sister had a lot of things. Things like toys, games, books, puzzles, bikes, skates, soccer balls, a deluxe swing set, a super bouncy trampoline, 17 Barbie dolls, the complete Space Grizzlies video library, and much, much more. But even though they had all these things, there were plenty of others they would like to have too. One morning, brother and sister noticed Mama getting ready to go out. "Where you going, Mama?" Sister asked. "To the Bear Country Mall," said Mama. "We need new sheets and pillowcases. Our old ones are almost worn out." "Can we come?" brother and sister asked. "There are lots of things we need at the mall too." "Well," said Mama, she wasn't so sure there was anything the Cubs really needed. They already had so much. But Papa chimed in as well.
"Let's all go,"
he said.
"I'd like to look at some new fishing gear."
The Bear Country Mall was humongous. It looked like a giant castle with towers and flags flying. And its parking lot was humongous too. The Bear family had to park far away and take a long hike to the entrance. Inside the mall, they joined huge crowds of bears, all busily shopping for things. First, they stopped at a store for the sheets and pillowcases that Mama needed. Brother and sister were bored. "Can we go to the toy store?" they asked. "We'll see," said Mama. Next, they went to a store for the fishing gear that Papa wanted. He looked greedily at all the shiny rods, reels, and lures. He bought himself a new salmon reel. Brother and sister were still bored. "Can we go to the toy store now?" they asked.
"We'll see,"
said Papa. As they walked through the mall, they passed near the toy store. "Look," said brother and sister. "We see the toy store. Can we go in? Please, please, pretty please." Mama and Papa looked at each other and shrugged. "Well, why not?" they said. Mama and Papa quickly found out why not. As soon as they were inside the toy store, brother and sister began to ask for things. All kinds of things. Brother asked for a Space Grizzly playset. Sister asked for a pink Barbie dream house with matching pink sports car and pink swimming pool. And they both asked for new skateboards, new video games, new puzzles, new craft kits, new rollerblades, new mini bikes, new baseball gloves, new hockey sticks, and anything else they could think of. Mama and Papa Bear were not pleased.
"I am shocked by how greedy you are,"
said Papa, holding his new fishing reel behind his back. Well, Mama said in his ear, maybe we shouldn't be so shocked. After all, we're the ones who gave them all their things to begin with, said Papa.
I guess you're right. What should we do?
I have an idea, said Mama. Let's stop by the mall's bookstore. In the bookstore, Mama picked out a book. This is just what we need, she said, opening it. It was a storybook Bible. She showed the Cubs a picture of a king wearing a golden crown and rich robes. He was seated in a garden. All around were beautiful flowers. The colors of the flowers were even brighter than the king's crown and robes. Who's that guy? Asked Brother. That's King Solomon, said Mama. Now listen. She read, See how the flowers of the field grow? They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. Huh? Said Sister. What's that mean? Asked Brother.
It means, explained Papa, nothing that a king with all his money can buy is as beautiful as the simple flower God creates.
Oh, said Brother and Sister, thinking that over. Well, said Mama, it's time we were getting home. Soon they were driving through the beautiful spring countryside. Stop, said Sister. What's the matter? Asked Mama. Look at all the flowers, said Sister. They were passing through a field of bright yellow flowers. Can we stop to pick some? Sister asked. The whole family gathered big armfuls of lovely, fragrant wildflowers. Sister sniffed them deeply. I guess these flowers really are more beautiful than King Solomon in all his splendor, she said. That's King Solomon, dear, said Mama. But you are right. The things God give us are much better than anything we can buy. What sort of things? Asked Brother.
Things like the warm sun in the day and the bright moon and twinkling stars at night,
said Papa. Things like the fresh air we breathe and the cool water we drink, added Mama. What about the birds in the sky and the fish in the sea? Asked Sister. And clouds and rainbows and rain and snow, put in Brother. Snow, yelled Honey.
Well, not today, honey,
laughed Papa. The Bear family got back in their car and drove on. As they came to the top of the hill, they could see their treehouse home in the valley below, lit up by the golden sunset.
But one of the best things of all in God's whole wide world,
said Papa,
is our own home sweet tree.
And, added Mama, our own sweet family to go inside. Well, that ends our story. And I forgot to tell you guys which Berenstain Bears actually called me. It was Papa and Mama who called me and wanted this story to be told.
I totally get why they called you and wanted this story told.
I get it too. Because, the Cubs have almost everything they want. And it's the parents that have, done that. So when there's something new out, of course they want to know, can they get it? And if a parent tries to leave the house and go shopping, those kids or Cubs are not going to let them go without let them tag along.
They going to go bananas if they try to leave without letting them come along so that they can, pick up different things that they see that they want. Not need, but see that they want. And the thing about that is the things that they get stays on their radar for a hot second. And then it goes in the corner. I guarantee you that.
I truly believe that. But I'm going to throw something else out there that might get me a brick thrown to my head. But I'm going to say it anyway.
Go ahead.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Spoiled.
Oh.
They are having some spoiled tendencies.
Oh.
How about that?
I think you might have hit that nail dead on the head. No pun intended, but you get what I'm saying.
I do. And the thing about it is, I've seen it before. Spoiled tendencies is where the child has basically everything they want or need, but they sit up there and they will beg, they will shout the house down for something that they want. And a lot of time the parents will, cave and get it for the children because, they getting on that last nerve.
I know about that last nerve. Sometimes that last nerve is circling the drain. But
I
you
know
get where I'm going with that.
I do.
I felt sorry for Papa Bear because, he doesn't get to go much. He works, he comes back, and, he rinse and repeat and does it again. But he had a moment to go and get a reel for fishing. And he was so happy to do that one thing.
Yep.
Not a ton of things, but one thing.
Yep.
And he felt the need to hide it behind his back while he sits up there and discipline his kids about wanting everything. I just felt sorry for him.
You know what, now that you mentioned it, I felt sorry for him too, because he obviously felt that if his kids saw him with his one item, they were going to want more. Exactly.
Yep. And the thing about that is, I think Mama Bear had the perfect idea to introduce King Solomon to him, because I think that really was a page turner. And I'm hoping that it will not just stick, but it will, from this point forward, change their whole way of their spoiled tendencies.
Well, it looked like it had towards the end of the story, and it almost seemed like there should be a part 2 just to see what happened, or an update. But that's kind of where I think it is.
I don't know about that, but I think it ended well. So I'm going to have to do the same thing, little darling. I'm going to have to end this well as well. I'm going to make like an egg and beat it. And I will see everybody in the next video. Bye!
Well, there goes Miss Triangel. And again, we had another good story. And I'm hoping that you guys got a lot of takeaway from this. So until next time, my young readers, I am your little darling narrator, out.